This is another extra problem that might help you with your upcoming test. We're given the name of the circle is circle S, which tells us that S is the center of the circle. The first angle we're asked to find is the measure of angle AMS. So what you need to notice is that AM is a tangent segment because it only intersects the circle at that one point, point M. So remember, M is known as a point of tangency. We have learned a theorem that says when you have a radius drawn to a point of tangency, it creates a perpendicular relationship. So we know the very first angle we're asked for, angle AMS, is a 90-degree angle using that theorem. The next angle we're looking at is angle MSR. MSR, the vertex of that angle, is the center of our circle. So remember, that's called a central angle. We learned that central angles and their intersected arcs have the same degree measure. So when you follow the sides of the angle to point M and point R, you're talking about arc MR, which is given as the 108 degrees. So since this is really close to the arc, this is not talking about this angle over here. If this 108 degrees represented the angle, it'd be closer to the angle in point A. So our angle MSR is the same measure as the arc it intercepts, so it's also 108 degrees. The next angle we're asked for is the measure of angle MAR, whose vertex is outside the circle. So remember, the angle is equal to half the difference of the two arcs. So when we look at the two arcs that angle MAR creates, the first one is the 180 degrees that, the 108 degrees that's given. The other arc makes up the rest of the circle. So to find the other arc we're going to be using, we're going to take 108 away from 360. So we get 252 degrees for the major arc here. So to find the measure of angle MAR, we're going to find half of 252 minus 108. So 252 minus 108 gives us 144. Half of 144 is 72. So the measure of angle MAR is 72 degrees. The next angle is MTR. I wanted to show you that that angle is not even fully drawn in this figure. MT is here, but we don't even show a segment from T to R. And so you're just going to have to imagine a segment connecting those. So this is the angle that's being asked for, angle MTR. The vertex of that angle, T, is on the circle. So remember, that is a relationship where the angle is half the arc measure. So if you follow the sides of the angle to point R and point M, you're talking about arc MR is the one you want half of. We're given that to be 108 degrees. So we want half of the 108 degrees, which is 54 degrees.